Good evening. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this metal market wrap-up is for the evening, as we're here now on Tuesday. And this is the 2nd of April, 2024, about 5:40 p.m. Central Time. Well, as you can see, the stock market sort of mixed tonight. They broke the heck out of the market today. I had prepped you that this is the week of jobs reports. And the JOLTS report was the one that came out tomorrow. Now, they came out today. Tomorrow, we're going to get the ADP, the Challenger grade. Then we get the jobless claims on Thursday. And then we end the week with the U.S. jobs report. I have said that if the JOLTS report came out with a strong number, my opinion was the market would start putting in abeyance the idea of a June hike, because if you extrapolate that, if a lot of people are looking still and the employers are putting out more jobs, which they did, it's about 8.8 million, that doesn't bode well to say, well, jobs data is suddenly going to weaken, not if you're having more jobs being offered to be taken. Now, yes, you look into the mixture and you didn't get quite the hospitality areas. You didn't get the service cares like hospitals and so on. You had state and federal governments doing their share of hiring. Okay, I can understand that. But this didn't move me to the point where I'm of the opinion that this was enough information for the Fed to say, we're getting what we want. That doesn't mean you won't get other numbers. And as I said, we have more data coming into you tomorrow. You're going to get the Mortgage Bankers Association numbers. And as you know, mortgage rates are back up. If anything, the 10-year is pushing the 4.4 level. ADP private sector jobs, they're looking for gains of about 155,000. Last time it was 140. S&P Global Group will come out with the U.S. final March service sector PMI. So it's just going to see how much it was off or under from the last report, the initial. And the ISM will release their service sector indices at 9 o'clock. So we still have a lot of data to go here to see what's going on. But as I said, it is all about, in my opinion, I'm just one guy, the jobs. You're up in the energies, pushing in the Brent, the June contract, $90 a barrel. Why? Well, Israel attacked yesterday in Syria and got 3 key Iranian generals, from what I understand, 4 other good upward, if you will, in the military people as well. And Iran today said, we will be coming back with retaliation. Of course, they're not going to tell you what they're going to do or when they're going to do it. They're just going to say they're going to do that. The fear is, does this leave the candlestein where Iraq has been using all of the groups that it's supporting with money, with arms and so on, and Iran itself takes on Israel? Or is it still going to be more of the candlestein? You did us this way, we'll do something to you this way. That's what the world would prefer, but you don't know, and you can see what's going on. But there's going to be a tit for tat in some manner. When we take a look at the gold, you can see the gold market is up so far for the week, 2.97%. That's Monday, Tuesday, and early evening right now. You're up $20 tonight, as the market is jumping one more time up here, as you can see. You've got a pattern that's higher lows, higher highs, still very much in the bull camp. You're over the key moving averages, and you're probably now attacking the Bollinger Band. No, you're well over them. You're day 1, 2, 3. Now, typically, the most you go is 5. Can you go more? Well, look at a cocoa chart, and you can see that when you get some unusual event. But this isn't what I'd call, at this point yet, an unusual event. It is a breakout of a market that was going sideways and gave you the pop for a number of reasons. Number one, to me, you're looking at other central banks that are getting very much ready to start cutting rates. Is it June? Is it going to be the end of the summer? We're all waiting to see, but it appears to me that the race to cut interest rates is in investors' minds. Add to that, when they do that, adds inflation. Why? If you're cutting rates, you're trying to spur on your economy. The markets that go up when you do that often are going to be energy that you're going to use to move the economy along with what? Could be copper, could be silver, but another market that moves with it, if you're doing that, is you're creating inflation. And if you're creating inflation by cutting rates, and that's typically what does happen, okay, gold goes. And so gold is taken off without Bitcoin or markets like that. It's doing it all by itself at this point. You are overbought, you're stretched. Would I tell clients to buy it up here when it was just down at the 2,200 level? You can count on it, no. April gold, May silver. Well, you can see you're just reversing course all of a sudden today, where now the gold is gaining on the silver one more time. And in the silver market, you can see where you're at. Actually, let me put this the right way. Well, silver is gaining on the gold one time. I should have made this chart the color silver. When you get back under the 18-day average, that's the color I want to be. The lower these numbers go, like you're at 85.99, a day or two ago you were 88, then 89. That's how many ounces of silver you'd need in a perfect world to get an ounce of gold. No commissions, none of that, blah, blah. Well, that means silver is getting a bit stronger than gold. And you see that right here where it's up a lot too. But it is overbought. It's over its upper band. The odds are it'll pull back into the band soon. In the copper market, can the market clear these old highs is going to be a big question. It fell when you made the lower high, lower low to the area that I teach you here where the markets like to fight. They like to fight at the 18-day average of closes in just about most markets as the markets fight for direction against that number. That's what I believe, and that's what I teach in my charting courses. And you can see how the market is moving, bounced away from it. Now the question is the next move. Obviously, China's stimulus to its economy is a big play here because China consumes or consumed in the past half the world's copper. Also, copper is going to be a deficit item. If you start spurring on economies, you create more of a deficit in that. In the platinum market, you have a lower low, higher high. Again, if I take away, and I want to take away today, and here you go, coming into today. You do see the battle that's shaped up right here. It's back and forth against the 18-day average. Even today, you start out, you hit it, you gave a rally, and you're now fighting at the 200 and the 100-day average for direction. The market's trying to put on upside bias with itself. And in the dollar, you have been super strong as interest rates climb and our economy, as you can see, stays strong. The labor stays strong. While you get day-to-day corrections in the market, the overall pattern has been one directional. And that is bullish. You can see how the market is sitting here with an embedded reading. I think the pullbacks still get bought in the market until you give the market a reason to believe the Federal Reserve is getting ready to make a change. And we haven't seen that at this point, at least from my perspective. Now, I want to remind you, in the mornings, one of the things I do is I talk the markets in my morning subscriber video. But one of the very common patterns you get in the market, you get them a lot, are outside days. And I created a course devoted just to this chart pattern. Outside days are either continuation patterns or a reversal, a pause, if you will, in the marketplace. And I teach you how to work with that concept in it. And I give you the high, what I call the probabilities. If you have an outside day down, an outside day up, where they're at on the chart. We walk through that. There's a level the market if it had an outside day down, for example, where it might be going, or an outside day up where it might be going. What are the probabilities of getting there? So with the course, I want to make certain that you see my Spider ETF videos in the morning. If you're already a subscriber, no problem. But if you're not, you take the course, you get the charting software, you get access to all that, and that's how you actually see the results, because it happens so often. I can walk you through it and say, look at this, here's what you're seeing in that, and that's just what I try to do. So if you're looking for something in this area, and you should be, go to iraepstein.com, under the word education, or move your cursor right up to the top if you want up here. You will see an icon. Give that a click if you can. But either way, it's iraepstein.com under education. You have yourself a good evening.